Okay, so the beginning is going to be live with Rob. Start on 5, then Barrett. And yes, I am recording.
Yep.
Thank you, music.
The city of San Angelo and its law enforcement today got one step closer
Volume
to
5 is
resolving
next.
that contract dispute, but the story is not over yet. I'm Rob Harrison. Coming up, I have the latest.
And 5's up.
A recent study lays out the numbers for how well immigrants are integrating in the
Sent
U.S.
by Barrett.
What do students at ASU have to say about diversity? I'm Sonora Scott. I'll tell you coming up.
You Barrett.
And we're experiencing warm and dry conditions this evening. I'll have the evening planner next. Fox News First for Thursday evening starts now.
Kill everything.
Live from historic downtown San Angelo.
So this is going to be a 2-shot
is Fox
and live.
News First at 6.
Do them both.
Boy, they've been going back and forth for weeks now.
Stand by, Rob.
Representatives from the city of San Angelo and its police department shook hands on an agreement. Evening, everybody. I'm Bob Brickeen.
Good evening, I'm Monica Quintero, but don't breathe a sigh of relief just yet. The story's not over. Candy-wise Rob Harris joins us to explain. Rob?
Thank you.
Representatives from both the city
It's going to be a package on
here at
6.
City Hall today to have the latest round of contract negotiations. That meeting started off with representatives from both sides saying they liked the meet and confer agreement and they wanted to do everything they could to try and save it.
6 is up.
In case you're new to the discussion, here's a little background. Back in 2014, the city and police entered into contractual agreement adding several positions within the police department and aiming to increase police pay to make it more competitive with nearby cities.
Going back to
But
Rob
the
on
clause in the
post queue.
agreement stated this would only take place if necessary funds were available.
This is going to be a sting
This
on
year's
5
sales
and 1
tax
shot on
deficit
Monica.
means the funds aren't there. That's why representatives from both parties met to hammer out a compromise, both wanting to reach an agreement and keep the contract from becoming null and void September 30th. The consensus? Wait to discuss pay raises until April 2017, request City Council offset rising insurance premiums for all city staff, and make the fitness assessment program optional for members of the force.
At least, we have an opportunity to continue with our contract and to continue with our growth.
With both sides agreeing this morning, the proposal will now be pitched before the San Angelo Police Force, which will either vote yay or nay next week. If they vote yes, it will be signed September 29th, just 1 day
20
before
seconds
the
left in
deadline,
this.
and the ultimate decision regarding that pay increase for police will wait for another day.
Stand by,
There's
Rob.
always a concern. Will the funding be
15.
there? And we may very well be back where we are.
10. And Q.
I'm told the city and police will continue to have
Next is going to be a sting on 5, then 1 shot on Monica.
for the police. The meet and confer agreement is set to expire in September of next year, at which point an entirely new agreement will have to be negotiated. Bob, Monica.
All right, Rob, we'll have to wait and see what happens. With the arrest of 27-year-old Crystal Sanchez this week, the number of people in the Tom Green County Jail charged with capital murder reaches 11. They carry a hefty price tag. Court cases
Think this is gonna be white
involving
full screen?
capital murder charges are estimated to be
Staying on Monica.
$1 to $2 million per person, some even more. By the way, you and I pick up the tab on those trials. As of this month, there are also 4 people behind bars on murder charges. San Angelo police still trying to track down another man in connection to that double killing last week off of Rio Grande.
Next is going to be 1 shot on
Otto Jr. is
Bob.
wanted for capital murder. He's 5'10", 190 pounds, brown hair, brown eyes. Police tell KIDY he should be considered armed and dangerous. 27-year-old Justin Gomez, 25-year-old Ricky Zuniga, and 27-year-old Crystal Sanchez are all behind bars in connection with
1
the
shot on Bob is
killings.
next.
There is a $250 reward for a tip leading to Alvarado's arrest. You can call Crime Stoppers at the number on your screen.
You
More than
Bob.
1,700 pounds of pot now in the hands of Border Patrol, and Marfa agents tell us the load taken at a checkpoint along Highway 67 south of Marfa.
Next is going to be a 2 shot in weather.
Carrying alfalfa hay, driven by a Mexican national, pulled over for an inspection, and a drug-sniffing dog alerted agents to the trailer. Large bundles of marijuana were found covered by bales of alfalfa. Street value of the drug, $1.4 million.
Do them both.
I hope folks
Stand by
are
weather.
enjoying the weather because changes are just around the corner.
Don't remind me. You'll need to ask Barrett how the weekend forecast is because he and I aren't talking.
Barrett, You don't make a lot of friends these days, it seems.
You bet.
Well, you know, there's someone out there wanting the rain, so I guess I'll just be friends with them for now. But we're going to see
Next is going to be a sting on 5,
hours, temperature 90 degrees
then
at
2
7
shot.
o'clock, drop into the upper 70s once again by 11. Mostly clear skies for the rest of the overnight hours. Rain chances do start to increase pretty quickly for the next couple to 3 days. Strong cold front, strongest front of the fall season anyway. Friday night football forecast, I'll have that coming up as well.
All right, Barrett. Immigrants flocking to America. This is nothing new to our history. America is known as a melting pot.
But are those immigrants losing?
Body on 6 is next.
Kidy
6.
Scott takes a look at a recent study by Wallet Hub. It ranks Texas as 30th out of the 50 states on how well Hispanics have integrated in America.
6 is up.
A recent study said that it takes more than one generation for immigrants to be fully integrated in the U.S., meaning speaking the dominant language and understanding customs.
This is, well, this is 3 minutes long.
State University, diversity is the norm.
Let's sit back for a second.
It may be a generational thing, but these students are very open. They're not segregated. They really do embrace differences.
The Multicultural and Student Activity Programs Office hosts monthly events highlighting different cultures. September is Hispanic Heritage Month, and their latest event showcasing food, crafts, art, and facts about the culture just wrapped up.
For those who are, it's a chance for them to kind of reconnect with some of the things that they may normally not connect to on a daily basis. And then for those who are not Hispanic students, they're able to learn and they're able to kind of be a part of the culture in one way or another.
Angelo State is known for its international studies program, with flags representing the different countries of where at least one student attending classes is from. Martha Avila, who's from Mexico, was exposed to the American culture from a young age.
I started out in Mexico, went to an American school, which was really interesting because I got the privilege, I guess, compared to other people in Mexico.
2 minutes.
Of growing up speaking Spanish, surrounding myself with I guess the American culture as well as the Mexican culture.
The biggest shock for her after coming to America?
Jeff, whenever you're going to eat a breakfast taco.
What's the biggest difference?
Just so everyone knows, they don't put lettuce on tacos in Mexico. As for Hispanics losing their customs after coming to the States,
I think they might be a little bit, but it's not that they're
1:30.
losing it. It's just they're not as exposed to it.
grad student Selena agrees, saying even though not knowing the language is okay, everyone, no matter where you came from, should know their history.
They either don't know Spanish or don't know when was the Mexican Independence Day, important dates. And I think they should know their background history.
Believe it or not, diversity can be a deciding factor when parents bring their future
Friend of a
college
friend.
students to campus. Senior in campus
1 minute.
guide Candace gets asked about it on a regular basis.
When I came here, being able to see all the diversity on campus, it was super cool, especially as a tour guide, people coming in on campus and asking me those questions like, is it real diverse? Am I going to have to worry about staying on a certain side? Just stuff like that. Of course not. You walk down the sidewalk and people will smile at you and say, hi, how's your day going? So I think it's pretty
30
easy to
seconds.
communicate with everybody.
After this is going to be white video on Bob.
Has also received several recognitions for being a Hispanic Serving Institute. I'm Sonora Scott. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob.
This month, Fox News First continues to look into suicide prevention and mental health awareness, so don't miss tomorrow night. KIDY's Rob Harris sits down with local celebrity Cliff Richie. You may know him for his ace tennis skills. He was a pro back in the 60s and 70s, but you may not know his very personal struggle with depression.
I felt out of sync with everything and everybody. I was very irritable all the time. I was not enjoying anything. And everything became, a real, death march to try to get it done.
He's got a new lease on life and a new book coming out next spring to help others in the grips of depression. Be sure and tune in tomorrow night for his sit-down with Rob. Straight ahead on Fox News First, North Carolina's governor declares a state of emergency, the latest on all the violence here.
Plus, if you utilize Yahoo, a warning for you next, millions of accounts hacked. We'll fill you in right after the break, right here on Fox News First.